Hello, welcome back to Blue Harvest Vintage Toys. We've got a special video today. We're going to be talking about looking.
Star Wars breaks out in Look-In this week. In every copy of Look-In, there's an out-of-this-world free gift. 2 rub-down color transfers from Star Wars. And there's a free competition for Star Wars models. Plus, an interview with Harrison Ford. And a color pin-up of Han Solo with Chewbacca. And Look-In also has the latest adventures of the man from Atlantis, the $6 million man, and the Biotic Woman. Plus a big pin-up of rich kids. So look out, Star Wars explodes in Look-In this week. And may the Force be with you.
So here we are. I've got a special edition of Look-In. I bought this off Craig's Fivey from eBay. You might know Craig from Generation Skywalker and formerly Vintage Rebellion. Now this is a special Star Trek 2 version. So we're going to look through this, but I'm going to talk about Look-In as well, because Look-In was a children's magazine centred on the ITV television programmes in the United Kingdom, subtitled the Junior TV Times. It ran from the 9th of January 1971 to the 12th of March 1994. As you can see, if anybody is a Viz reader, you might recognise this type of layout. Now this is the original. When I was looking at it, I just thought, that's so like Viz. So like Viz. I'm not going to show Viz because it's an adult comic. Comedy wise, quite near the knuckle, but I don't mean like adult, I mean it's like jokes and swearing and things like that. But I mean, look at the paintings. That cracking picture. Wurzel Gummidge, you can tell when this is from. It's from early 80s, 82, when Star Trek 2 came out. There you go, 14th of August 1982. Pen pals, people wanting pen pals. Wow. I am Brian Cruikshank. Anybody who's looking at this and seeing your name in there, if you're watching this, let me know, because and if you actually did get a pen pal, I suppose you will have done. I'm 12 years old. I have no hobbies, but my likes are adamant, madness, and reading. My dislikes are punk, mods, and school. I would like a girl pen pal from England or Wales. What about Scotland? Oh, yes, they're from Scotland. So why do you not want somebody from Scotland? That's a bit strange. Anyway, it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious to me. Is this look-alike? Tony Hart and Benny Hill. Never really seen that before. Never seen that before, but there you go. So looking at the interviews, crosswords and competitions, and he had pictures and pin-ups of TV stars and pop idols of the time. His main feature, however, was the many comic strips. Rock on Tommy, Cannonball. I actually saw them a few times live, and they actually shouted out my name at one time on my birthday, so that's pretty embarrassing. These are favourite children's television programmes, all of which were shown on the ITV network at one time. I'm not going to read through it because basically, looking back, they weren't funny. They seem funny when you're a kid, but no, they weren't. Feature on Elvis, you see, there's just everything in this Look-In. Krypton Factor, so you've got your competitions. I always remember these stamp. I think I actually sent off for one of these stamps because I used to collect stamps. Probably that was one of my first collections, stamps. I remember getting all this kit, just collecting stamps. Stamp album magnifier, holder packets, perforation gauge, watermark detector, stamp tweezers, stamp identifier, landfinder map, packets of hinges. It's just so much stuff. I can't remember getting it all. anything like that, but I can remember the advert. I'm sure I did get one. I must have done because I collected stamps quite a bit back then. When the magazine began publication, it was edited by Alan Fennell and the strips were written by Angus Allen. Fennell left in 1975 and the art editor Colin Shelbourne took over as editor. The covers in the 1970s were paintings. Arnaldo Puzzi, an Italian working in London, who had created many cinema posters in the 1960s, including designs for Carry On films. His looking covers the most painted using acrylics. Introduced many as a vehicle for children to find out what was on ITV. It included highlights listings of each ITV region. The Fall Guy, another great strip there. That's pretty good. I mean, Fall Guy was pretty big back then. There was Knight Rider. I'm going to go through all the strips that they did have, a list of all the strips that they did have in it. I mean, look at these. That's definitely Viz, isn't it? That's definitely Viz. But the adverts for Atari, competitions, board games. Wurzel Gummidge, look at that for a comic strip. Absolutely fantastic. Love Wurzel Gummidge. There it goes. There's the listings for the ITV programme. It was just ITV, funnily enough. Never really clicked onto that back then because we had separate TV guides. We had a BBC one and ITV one. So this was like the kiddie version of the ITV one. And I don't think they brought a BBC one out. Maybe a bit later on though, in the early 80s. Looking also spotlighted popular culture top children's topics of the pastimes of the day, skateboarding, BMX, yo-yoing, were all featured in the magazine. Although a primary television mag, it also featured articles on sports such as On the Ball with Brian Moore, as well as science articles written by Peter Fairley. DJ Ed Stewart became a regular face in Looking, appearing in the first issue in the feature about a day in his life. He was later given his own pages called Stu Potts News Desk, which ran until 1980, so it won't be in this one. Alan Fennell went to Looking, wrote episodes for most of Jerry Anderson's series after television. The next biggest topic featured was pop music. This usually comprised interview articles, pull-outs, pin-ups, top acts of the day from ABBA and the Bay City Rollers in the 1970s to Adam and the Ants and Bros in the 1980s. Picture strips on pop groups first featured life stories of ABBA and the Beatles, amongst others. I went on to become original adventure stories for groups such as Madness and Bucks Fizz. But here we go, this is the Star Trek thing that I really got this for. I got it to do this article, but especially this one for this Star Trek, I've yet to read it. It does say Captain Kirk in it. It just seems like they've not watched the film just looking through it. The Adventures of Captain Kirk, who was Admiral Kirk by then, and Mr. Spock, who was Captain Spock. Enchanting TV viewers for almost 16 years. Wow. Originally created in 1967. It was 66. Well, like 65, but the first went on in 66. Star Trek is today one of them regarded one of the best loved television shows ever, and the new movie Star Trek Wrath of Khan looks adding to its popularity, and it certainly did. So we go. We've got like a bit of a poster. Surprising that it didn't get put on somebody's bedroom wall. You see, we've got Mr. Spock with his captain. He's got the captain. I know I'm nitpicking a bit here, but it is for kids. But kids will have picked up on this. You know what kids are like. Admiral Kirk. I mean, Ensign Chekhov. He's not an ensign. I think he was a commander by then. I'm sure he was. And Solo was quite close to being a captain, so it's a pride of the Starfleet and one of the largest interstellar craft ever built. It was originally built in a space because it's so vast and is therefore unable to land on any planet surface. The Enterprise has a crew of 413. The largest source section main section of the ship has 11 decks. Its defence system includes a force field and weaponry including photon torpedoes and phasers. Well, that's correct. So there you go, and there's a bit more there. That model is just gigantic, and it was ended up in somebody's garden. Somebody was selling that in a garage sale, I think. Unbelievably. Those special effects, and they still hold up, those special effects, because they were done by ILM, the start of the Star Wars people, and they held up so well. They include some of the work on Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, as well as Raiders of the Lost Ark. There you go, more TV listings there, Yorkshire, that's where I am. So what we got on the Saturday, let's have a look. Saturday Pitch Show, Catweasel, Chips, Family Fortunes, and Russ Abbott's Madhouse. Wow, the Catweasel run that late. Sunday we got Survival. Sundays were terrible. Vegas, I don't remember that, but they did some corgi cars. Are those? Happy Days. And about what's happening? Mr. Merlin, Robin's Nest. Wow. Different Strokes. There you guys. There he is. Sapphire and Steel. Were they on ITV? I'm sure it wasn't BBC. But Sapphire and Steel, absolutely fantastic. Some. Let's have a look at these letters. I'm writing to tell you how much I hate Coronation Street and Crossroads. Yep, they are so boring. But I think Different Strokes is great. Arnold is really funny. Channel 14, don't know what that is. I'm writing to tell you about my views on Here's Boomer. I think that Boomer the dog is one of the most well-trained and lovable dogs I have ever seen. Some of the things he does are amazing. And he does many of the things humans do. All my family agree that Here's Boomer is an excellent programme. I would like to see more programmes that involve animals. Mandy Thomas. Where's Wurzel? So far this year I haven't been very impressed with ITV programmes. I think they must have lost hundreds of viewers when they stopped showing Wurzel Gummidge. I also think that they should show children's programmes on Sunday and keep the boring adult programmes for when we're at school. Emma Plumpton, age 12, Southampton. Ace Thunderbirds. I love watching Thunderbirds on a Saturday morning. It's ace. My favourite is Thunderbirds 2 because it carries lots of vehicles. I like Parker because he sounds like he's got a blocked up nose. And I like Brains' glasses. Jeremy Stewart, age 9, Lecoq. Thunderbirds may be old. This is 1982, by the way. But it's certainly not corny, and the special effects are fantastic, really. In fact, they are better than some modern shows I've seen. Gavin Gorn, age 10, Barnstable. So, excellent, excellent. Hey, letters there. Chips, wow. Look at that. Whew. Pile up going on there. Basketball. Wow. That's amazing. Brian Jacks. Wow, I remember Brian Jacks. Suzanne Dando and Brian Jacks. Wow. I remember him for Substars. Danger Mouse. You can't get any better than Danger Mouse. He is fantastic. Adverts. Not many adverts. You know, it's not many adverts in it, which is good. Record Breaking Kids. Record Breakers. That was on the BBC though, so that's why they're showing that. Here we go. Look at this haircut 100, and now we're nearly there yet. Oh my word! Absolutely fantastic. In September 1981, Looking changed its look. So this is the new look. Looking adopted a new logo from the photo covers, replacing the cover paintings. In the late 1980s, the comic was struggling to compete with glossier teen magazines and sales were dropping. By the early 1990s, Looking was catering for a younger age group by featuring picture strip stories based on cartoons and short and choppy fact file type items. The final issue was published in 1994. Didn't realise it went on that long. There you go. There you go, look at that fact file. Bill Bixby. Dr. David Banner. That was an excellent programme. So the shows that were comic strips in Looking were Time Slip, Freewheelers, Please Sir, Crowther in Trouble, Voyage of the Bottom of the Sea, Follyfoot, On the Buses, Doctor at Large, Catweasel, Pathfinders, Elephant Boy, The Tomorrow People, I love that, Bless His House, The World at War, Kung Fu, The Adventures of Black Beauty, The Benny Hill Page, $6 Million Man, Space 1999, Man About the House, The Bionic Woman, Just William, Man from Atlantis, Logan's Run, Famous Five, How the West Was Won, wow, that's a blast from the past, Mind Your Language, I'd never get away with that now, Dick Turpin. Dick Turpin's a really good show that's been really forgotten about. I'd like to look that up. Wurzel Gummidge, have we seen? Bionic Action, Chips, have we seen? Sapphire and Steel actually had their own comic strip. Battlestar Galactica. Bear in mind these are all ITV programmes. Charlie's Angels, The Further Adventures of Oliver Twist, Mork and Mindy, Buck Rogers in 25th Century, Rock on Tommy, we've seen that. Magnum, Danger Mouse, we've seen that. Fall Guy, we've seen that. Starfleet, I'd like to find some of those. Murphy's Mob, Knight Rider, Terrorhawks, Robin of Sherwood, another great TV show. A-Team, Super Gran, Street Hawk, Alias Suggester, Airwolf, Inspector Gadget, Alf, Galaxy High School, Count Duckula, D'Artagnan and the Three Muskehounds, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Garfield, Scooby-Doo, and number 73. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that Looking at Looking. And I hope you will subscribe to the channel. And I will be bringing out lots more articles like this, talking about different things like Corgi, Dinky. From the archives, I'm just going to bring nostalgia back. So I hope you subscribe, and I hope you thumb up this video. And I hope you'll enjoy all my videos. And until next time, may the toys be with you.
Don't miss this week's Look-In for a great free gift. Super action transfers to rub down and make your own pictures. And there's an action transfer competition to enter as well. Look in for action with the Bionic Woman and a super color pinup of Lee Majors starting a new $6 Million Man adventure. And look in for On the Ball, Benny Hill, Space 1999, Doctor on the Go, and the first of 4 ABBA portraits for you to collect. Get your all-action look-in this week. Look in every week for explosive action with the Bionic Woman and the $6 Million Man. Look in every week for a load of fun with Benny Hill, Doctor on the Go, and Flintlock. Look in every week for On the Ball, the best in pop, super color pinups, and great competitions. Look in every week. You'll love it.
Fun fact, that's Toy Biz. In the United States, dolls based on human figures, real or fictional, are taxed at a higher rate than other toys. Toy Biz, who won the rights to several Marvel Comics characters, successfully argued in court that the X-Men and Fantastic Four action figures are based on mutants rather than human beings. Winning a reimbursement on that year's taxes and cutting their rate in half sounds like the lawyers were the real superheroes.